The first thing you do is write the unit. So if we are in 5-paragraph essay, then I put for the unit 5-paragraph essay. Then I choose an objective. Then how can I choose an objective from 5-paragraph essay? A huge thing that my students forget is transition words. So like first of all, second of all, lastly, or in conclusion, those are all transition words. So I could say, okay, my unit, 5-paragraph essay, my objective is just transition words. Okay? This is how we break the big skill into the sub-skills so that the students can break it down in their minds and really see what's required. The first step is, everybody say it together, ready? Opening. What is opening? It's just starting the lesson. What should you say when you open the lesson? Just like an introduction, yeah. So you can introduce the subject. So you say, okay, remember we're going to talk about addition today. Then you review what was last time. That is key. If students cannot make the connection between last time and today, they get so confused. So you can say, okay, last time we talked about 5-paragraph essays and we did introductory paragraph. Today we're going to do 5-paragraph essays with introductory paragraph and the body paragraphs, because that's how we make a full 5-paragraph essay. All right, so you review briefly and very clearly, you review previous lesson. State, objective, and rationale. Okay, objective, we know objective, right? That's the skill that you want them to produce. What is rationale? One more time, everybody say rationale. Ready? Rationale. Thank you. What is rationale?
It's an abstract thinking.
Abstract thinking? Okay, that could be part of it. How can we break? Say it again. The reason. Is that what you said? Yes. Okay, think about this. Making it meaningful. If I was to walk in here today and say, okay, we're learning about direct instruction. I said we need to learn about direct instruction, so that's why. I just want you to. Is that interesting to you? No, but I came in and I said, this is why we learn about direct instruction. Bandura said this, Vygotsky said this. This is how it helps the students. Then is it more motivating? You want to listen? You'll be, okay, if it's going to help my students, I'll listen. But if I came in and said, we're learning about math because we like math and we want to do math, that's the only reason. Is that a good reason? Students want to have a reason. They want meaningful learning. They don't want nonsense. So you can say, so first you clearly state the objective in measurable language. Then you need to make it interesting. Why does it matter? Every subject matters. Ask yourself, why am I teaching this? So every day you should do it. Listen, if you don't know why you're teaching it, then why are you teaching it? Stop teaching it. So take a second, think about why. The students want to know why. Let's do a quick activity with measurable language. I'm going to do a very basic example. Right here, can you read that for me nice and loud? Thank you. Students need to know the alphabet. Thank you. Students need to know the alphabet. What does no look like? Understand. Okay, what does understand look like? I can't see. What does no look like? We don't know, right? So then we go and we try to find out if they know. We're like, I guess you know because you look like you're pretty smart, so you probably know. You look like you're not so smart, so you don't know, and I'm done with that. Is that what we do? Sometimes, right? Sometimes that happens. What should we say? It needs to be measurable. Everybody say measurable with me. Ready? Measurable. What does measurable language mean? Means you can measure. So let's make this so we can measure it. How about student needs to say. Can I see say? Say the alphabet. So I can see it, right? Can you see her doing that? Can you hear it? Yeah, easy. So I can measure now. I know that you know it. Good. What about write? Is that a good one? Can you see if someone writes something? So student needs to write the alphabet. What about student needs to arrange? Can you see arrange? If I give you some alphabet cards, I say arrange them in order, then I can come over quickly. I'm like, okay, he knows it. He knows it. And I'm confident. I know that you know it because I just saw it with my eyes. Okay? So when we're talking direct instruction, you break that skill down so that you can see it all the time. It's easy to see. Okay? We'll be focusing on that for the behavior too. It's the same. Step number 3. Ready all together out loud? Input, state skill in simple steps. Okay. So you have just said we're going to learn about 5-paragraph essays. And then you say we're going to do transition words. But now you need to give more simple. Okay? So let's think of the steps for driving a car. Tell me some steps.
Key.
What?
Key.
You need to get the key, right? What happens if you forget the key? Okay, you have to get the key. What's another step? How about sit your bum into the car? So we'll say sit in car. Sit in the driver's seat, right? Don't sit in the passenger seat. How do I turn this on? No, you want to sit in the driver's seat. I'm not going to write it all because the chalk makes a weird sound, but sit in the driver's seat. Then what else? Oh, I heard seatbelt. You guys are safety first. Okay, so seatbelt. Okay, number 4. Start it. What does start the car look like? You put the key inside the hole and you turn it clockwise. Do you see how that's different? Listen carefully. One way to explain is say, start the car with the key. What if you've never seen a car or a key before? You don't know what that means. So you say, put the key in the hole by the steering wheel and turn it. Okay? Pretty easy, right? Think of our students. If you say, okay, I want you to use a transition word. Right there, use a transition word. They're like, I don't know what a transition word is. I've never seen that. I don't know. So they just make a guess. It does not ensure success. A lot of students will fail, right? So you want to tell them, okay, this is what it looks like. Let me break it down. So we have seatbelt, put the key in the hole and turn it. What else? Accelerator? So put your hands on the steering wheel, 10 and 2. Put your foot on the accelerator. Push down. Do you push down hard or soft? Soft. I do, we do, you do. All together, ready? I do, we do, you do. Okay, so this is the basic way to tell about direct instruction. I do it, I model. We do it, guided. And then you do it, independent, okay? So when you're doing your lessons, just think, okay, I modeled, now it's your turn. Let's practice, I'll support you. This is scaffolding. Scaffolding is when you support a little bit, and that independent, you're not really supporting, you're just supervising. And then finally, you turn your head and let them do it on their own, okay? So we are at the I do. Okay, then you check for understanding. This is the other thing I really want to be a takeaway for you. Data drives instruction. All together, ready? Data drives instruction. Now I want this side of the room to say data. You say drives, and you say instruction. Let's see if we can do it. Ready? Data drives instruction. Oh, that was cool. Say it one more time. Ready? Data drives instruction. So data drives instruction means you need to be comfortable with changing what you're doing. So in my class, I might have this all ready to go, I have it ready, I'm following it, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have this lesson done. But then I realize when I check for understanding, they're not ready. So it's okay to go back up here and try again. So I give more examples. I show different kinds of clocks. Maybe I'll get a real clock and a fake clock, a paper clock, or one on the screen. I use different kinds. I can change. Even though I had a plan, learning is a changing process, okay? You have to be comfortable with changing for the student needs. Sometimes it's annoying because you want to stay with the plan. This is my plan. I'm going to do the same plan. But you have to be comfortable to change. When I first was learning about independent or direct instruction, I was very worried about how can I take data? It's too difficult. There's not enough time. I have too many students. I have 40 students at the same time. How can I take data? The other thing you can do, thumbs up or thumbs down. So this is how it works. You say, okay, if you understood what I said, give me a thumbs up. If you don't understand what I said, give me a thumbs down. Ready, go. And then none of the students feel embarrassed. They just put their thumb right here, right here. You don't say, okay, which one of you doesn't know? Raise your hand if you don't know. Raise your hand if you're stupid. Right? That's how they feel. They don't want to say, yeah, I don't know. It's terrible. So thumbs up, thumbs down, you just go easy. And it takes 1 second. They can put their thumb back down. And then you can write the name and be like, okay, I know she. I'll talk to them after class. Okay? The other thing you can do is give me a number. I really like give me a number, especially for older grades like 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th standard and above. Because this kind of seems like it's childish. But when you give a number, you say, okay, we have a scale, 1 to 5. 1 means you don't understand. 5 means you understand perfectly. So you say, okay, everybody give me a number 1 to 5, and then everyone holds up something. So I want everybody to do it right now. Give me a number 1 to 5 if you understand what I've been saying. Ready, go. Give me a number. Oh, I saw 5. Don't be shy. I see a 2. All right, mostly 5s. Are you lying? Just kidding. Right here we have the example. She's an English teacher, so she has a unit on nouns and grammar. So that's her unit. All she says, nouns and grammar. Then for her objectives, she says, students will circle the nouns for the given sentences. Can you measure circling a noun? Can you see that? It's easy. Yeah, you can see it. I can walk over and be like, okay, there's a circle. There's a circle. So you want your objective to be measurable. Something you can see with your eyes or hear with your ears. Then she's going to break it down more. Now, how can we do guided practice? Yep. Here are some practices we will do together. So you stay here at the board. You can draw on the board and keep doing it while the students do it with you, okay? So you can say, do this on the board the first time. Then the second time, you don't do it on the board. So we'll say, you'll do it again, 7 centimeters, 3 centimeters, 1 centimeter. And you're going to fade the prompts. So this first time, you do it on the board with them. You say, okay, we're going to draw it together. Now you do it with me. And then this next one, you say, okay, get your protractor. Don't forget, start with the scale, then use the protractor, okay? Do it. So you just give them one clue. A prompt is a clue. Then for this one, you say, all right, get the materials you need and begin. I want you to do 1 centimeter. And you can walk around and say, oh, don't forget your scale first. Okay, don't forget the length. You just give little prompts or little clues to the students that need help. Then you're ready for it. And then as they're doing this, you're marking to see. You put a little plus on your hand. You can say plus, okay, these guys got it. What about these guys? She needs help, she needs help. You just go through and make some quick assessments. And then independent practice, what would that look like? Yep, you just say, do it on your own. What would closure look like? You just say it again. You can say, okay, remember, you did a good job drawing circles today. Remember, we can use circles When we're constructing cool things like a car, circles are used all the time. Good job today. Next time, we will work on drawing a different shape. And then if they had behavior problems, this is where you, closure is you say it again. You say, oh, we did really good job on note taking, but there was too much talking. No more talking to your neighbors. Next time, no talking is what we'll work on. But you did a really good job with note taking. Very well done. So I always tell them good things and bad things to close the lesson.